Smacking, cracking, and watching. Follow me on Twitter. Subscribe. Trust on FX, episode number 3. This episode is called La Dolce Vita, aka The Sweet Life. Be sure to I got my kid. Be sure to hit subscribe and share the video. Yep, it's audio only today. So sorry. Dang it, Giuseppe Batista. I can't believe that you were half dirty and 50% gullible. The chef did it, y'all. The dog lover planned it all. And he planned it along with the sunflower kid, Getty, planning his own kidnapping. Dang it. Little did they know senior granddaddy could care less. Not a solitary nickel, dollar, dime was going to y'all. It was a very violent episode, trippy, flashy, had different vantage points, which were very unique. We saw the white marble of Constantine. And it was so beautiful at that Coliseum. In the pilot, we saw Paul, aka 3, that's what I call Paul Getty the third. We saw him running through the sunflower field, and now we can piece together this whole puzzle, because this series is kind of a puzzle. We're going forward, we're going backward, we're kind of in the middle. We don't know if it's futuristic, but we know it all happened basically around 1973. It's safe to say he is a sunflower kid. He's a hippie, wealthy little brat that chases the sun, just like a sunflower plant. And he's a young sunflower, follows the movement of the sun. And I think he definitely is that, metaphorically speaking. And I love how they made the hippie jokes about the golden hippie. But this fool has a reverse Midas touch. Everything he touches goes to crap. Everything he touches turns out to be like that bucket in that little nasty little toilet room, which was nasty diarrhea, crackhead diarrhea, that other stuff. His mother, Hilary Swank, his mom's house. Gail, constantly blinded, beautiful woman who has other kids. She's willing to sacrifice her relationship for this grown fool. You know what I mean? Like giving her last dollar to him. It love was that countryside vibe that they gave us with the fresh marinara sauce, spaghetti sauce, or whatever you want to call it, and that lemonade. It just was different than the rest of the series. Completely different. When we get to that Getty mansion, it's dark. You see dark birds. The sky looks all dreary. And when we're with her, it just felt like Martha Stewart-y. Like it was just very refreshing and beautiful. What else was going on? When Marcello and his thoughts played Bertolini, I felt like bad, because it's like, dang, he's such a lame loser and standing literally in dog crap. But then I have to remember he was part of this almost sexual assault. That was crazy. To see him get blasted and choked out, that was bonkers. Shot with the rifle like a rabbit. I'm like, oh snap. We see the trunk keyhole for a path and light. So you run just to not get caught. Then you have to put a big boy in the trunk. Yep. Now you in there with him looking crazy. 3J, I just wanted you to slam old boy's head. 3J. I just wanted you to slam old boy's head with the trunk and take the keys, and you didn't do it. It's like, are you scared to fight? Are you scared when it gets physical? Is everything more of a mental scam? Thank you, ma'am, deal with you. You can't throw those hands. Saw you run, but you ran too late. I feel like he's always one step behind. So they started this episode off behind scenes at that famous photo shoot, basically like a Playboy look, and it leads to this riot. Then it goes to sexual activity, and boom, a home invasion. And rule number 1 in television and films, whatever, you never say the name. You never say the name or everybody gets got. Y'all saw Power last season. What happened with the little boy, the son? Yeah, exactly. You know what not to do. Well, Primo, the name was told. And Primo got rid of his cousin, his partner, ice cold. Actually, I guess I should say red hot, because the fool set the place on fire. He does not care. 0 Fs were given. 3J, back to you. Harris Dickinson playing Paul. He's doing a good job. He's doing a good job as John Paul Getty III. I will say this. He's a con man. He's a con man who used the barter system. Then he got up into some mess, and it backfired on him. Straight up. There is some humor in this show, and I like it because we're funny about the whole hamburger helper versus fresh pots, the grind. And it's the second time we saw that pilot. It's the second time we saw that man at the restaurant. And the first time he had a suitcase and he was walking out when Fletcher was there, a.k.a. no appearance this episode. James Fletcher Chase, where you at? We need you, Brendan. Then the second time we see him, he is basically a drug dealer up in there, which was very, very interesting. Okay, Danny Boy, who directed the first 3 episodes. I see what y'all trying to do with this show. It's a very good show. It is a very good show, FX. Y'all doing a good job portraying this real story. the John story about the head on the silver platter, that was crazy because they ended up, they cut this dude 3J's head. I mean, they cut his ear off. Eventually, he's going to lose that ear. Harris Dickinson, like I said, John Paul Getty III, you're doing a good job. You know who is the real character that I've been enjoying. We've seen him, maybe even 2 episodes we've seen him. But I have really enjoyed the pointing finger silver statue man. I feel like we'll see more of him probably throughout this entire series. And I love it. Good show. No complaints. Shouts out to everybody in the comment section that watches this show. Until the next time.